I am 18 years old and I started studying at North Anglia when I was 6, so I started from year 1 all the way through to year 13. I graduated last year and will now be moving to the UK to study sports science at Loughborough. I started studying at North Anglia when I was just 6 years old, so I've been through the entire school system basically. Started all the way in year 1, got to know, learned English when I was in year 1, and then just moved up, been to every building in the school and just proceeded my way, friends moving away, new friends coming, and well, I finished my experience now, and every year you learn something different. And one of the things that always stood out to me is how welcoming students are, even if they're new, or new friendships always form at the end of each year, and it just always changes around. Nothing's always set in stone. And the school's very focused on not only academics but also the sports aspect of the school life, which I'm very involved in. So I've always felt comfortable in the school environment, whether it was joining sports teams and making friends on the sports teams, or asking teachers for help, or working with peers in classes, because it's a very welcoming environment, and I've always felt comfortable growing up in this school that I could always ask anybody for help, and that I always had friends to look forward to seeing at school. Well, one of the main things I would advise students to do is to stay on top of your IAs and your extended essay and TOK, because if you get those done first, then you have more time to focus on studying for your exams and things like that. Because for me personally, and for other people in my year, the IA deadlines and getting it done kept getting dragged back, so we had less time to focus on studying for our actual end of year exams, which are also as vitally important as completing our IAs and getting them done to a good quality. So if you complete those first and do it to a good standard, then you can worry more about exams for a longer period of time. IB has always been said, or we've been told, that it's one of the hardest pre-university courses that you could do, and it's definitely proven, because IB was a very stressful time. You think 12 is hard, but then your 13 gets even worse, and it just gets harder through time and time. But I mean, the teachers support us, our friends support us, especially Mr. Graham, who's always there to, you can always pop in, talk to him about anything, especially if it's advice for something like TOK or anything really. He's always there to help you figure things out. But in general, the IB was always, we always knew it was going to be difficult, and that it was, you had to always stay on top of work, and that you had to focus even though you wanted to, chill out at times. But it's a hard thing to progress through, but at the end it is worth it, because it's really nice to come out, and then at the end of your exams you're really happy, and you're gonna finally be able to be thankful for all those 2 years, even though they were hard. But you've had your friends, you've had teachers helping you, you've had your family as well, and yeah, it's gonna help me in a way that I now know to stay on top of my work, even though I always want to push it back and spend some time with friends. But it's also helped me to reassure myself that you can always ask for help, even if you don't feel that comfortable to.